feeling like a ghost.
Banyak orang napo sa yang ala di nakakana.
I feel that way. What's that? Around your neck.
Last na chapter. 4
That's a
jam na yun
pendant.
eh. Tapi bang man bumingming
You're
kapan
wearing a
4 jam.
pendant. My God, I've read about those. A pendant, a burner, 5 memories, one for each. What did you make the pendant with?
Hmm. Ang ako naraangkat niya semalam,
And who lost the memories? You
aktif
or
tuh dia.
her?
Kalau kita buka pintu kapan kalau pagi-pagi cepat dia di sini. Sambut.
I see.
Hah? Enggak kan?
And what was something you burned?
Nanti itu post tahu bang lah.
You burned a life candle and a memory?
Buat apa?
Interesting ritual. Similar to what we do here, but different. Yeah, why do I? Your mind will make it into the next season, and you're protected by 5 senses, 5 lost memories. What about everyone else? You ever think about that? Well, I don't need one. I'll be right here until the flood takes me.
Dance.
The first days of a new season are just so damn hopeful. Feeling that kind of hope again, I'd rather drown. Of course. Few things are as painful. I told you I read about them. Look at you, protected. The rest of the world is not so lucky. Me, the people you've met on your way here, nobody else is protected.
Oh, apa tidur? Ni po. Tunggu lah nanti kalau macam bang ada dapat jual itu motor.
You think everyone makes
Jan.
it into a new season intact? Tell that to the boys face down in the parking
Huh?
lot. You know things are about to change. I can tell.
Iya, bayar.
A collective pendant
Kalau dulu-dulu pakai rumput di telinga.
to protect a group instead of one person. You're welcome to try. My memories are all over the shrine. You can have them, destroy them, whatever you want. Asking an old monk to invent a new ritual. Let me die in peace.
Dance.
That old doll. What is that? Touch? Everybody had that doll. You'll want a memory for. But collective pendant? A child left this doll here. Is that enough? I guess I won't forget it now. I'll forget it when the flood comes.
Open box. Yeah. Put this. Okay. Play.
Music in the air. I hear it. We used to play this at breakfast. The woman who took care of me would cook. When I was older, I'd cook, and she'd sit and try to sway to the beat. That fruit is an acquired taste, but go ahead, try it. Do you like the taste?
Yeah.
Really? I remember long ago when I was a beauty sneaking into the orchards, with another boy before we knew what was romantic and what wasn't. Stealing those fruits, pretending to love the taste and pretending not to love each other. Both of us pretending, smiling and laughing until oh, it's so good. He was a tourist that left me heartbroken like so many others. Do I love the taste of the fruit now? I don't know. Do I love being alive? What choice do I have?
Mana lagi? Okay.
That's swell. Old. The woman who took care of me taught me to pray with this incense burning. I wanted to learn, but when we kneeled down together, her being so close to me, and the smell, I did get angry, but I asked her, which direction is God facing? She said, every direction. I said, so can I pray to change the past? And she said, of course. I was so happy in that moment to have been found by her. I could have been found by anybody, or by nobody.
Nada. What's this for? Udah sopan lo pijak-pijak.
I remember seeing lights like these in the forest one night. It was Manchez, the famous singer. The only time I ever got to see him sing, but my eyes were on the crowd. Seeing their faces in electric light, the joy of it. I grew up in a time when we thought our lives could be connected by electricity. How could we hate each other when we all love the same person? A brief, beautiful delusion that the world was knitting itself together. He dies, the war starts, a season ends. Did I tell you already?
Sabis.
Hope is the most painful thing
Kasi.
in the world. That's 5. 5 memories, 5 senses.
Turun. King. Kejap pa, kejap. Terus. Kiri. Terus tau. Siap kok? Oh. Apa kasih begini? Ah. Patukar. Nyanga. Ih. Google putus. Oh. Hujan. Hujan. Wow.
An old monk surrounded by his memories. Is this a shrine to a god? Or is it a shrine to his past?
What else?
My name is Easel.
Hmm.
I was the last monk of Tiang Valley. I never finished my exams to be a monk, but I'm the only one left. I took becoming a monk for granted because I grew up around them. You said you're a witness. I've been wondering who I am, too. Our entire life is an answer to that. I was orphaned by the monks found me on the coast, wandering alone, shell-shocked. Sonia, the head monk, I saw things I shouldn't have. She helped me erase those memories. If I had any memories of my family, I lost them too. But at least I didn't wake up screaming anymore. I was so afraid of accidentally calling her Mom. She was the head monk. Even before she ended the war, Sonia was an imposing figure. I slept, I forgot, and I grew. The soldiers came to the valley. Sonia hated the war for taking my family, like it took so many others.
Sudah tuh Pak? Dapat sudah? Ya. Masuk account Gibson ya.
The most powerful prayers are always made.
Ini apa
out of
macam ni? Kasih gini.
desperation.
Yan, salah kasi. Yan. Video. Oke. Oh, dia otomatis salah. Tadi dia kalau kita keluar kartu nama Gibson ya. Terus. Oke, kembali.
She figured out how to amplify our prayer that could end a sea. No one had. She sent me to the coast to turn on the light posts, to signal that the season would end soon. I used to go to the light posts and to dream about another, to dream about being, imagine a life. I'd like you to have one of these photos, to carry it with you to wherever you're going. Really? Why? I wish you knew her. She was never the same after the big prayer. Nothing was. They've shut off the power. Won't be long now. Imagine the waves. The water is so deep that light won't reach us. I should pray. We should both pray.
Oh, in the dark.
Right now. Your pendant, the sacrifice your mother made to keep you safe. It might be possible to pass on, to divide its power among the people, to shepherd them into the next. For a truly strong player, we would need to use up the power of your pendant. I'm not sure it would work, but I know it would weaken your pendant. In that case, no, but before you light the candle, I want you to think hard about, do you want to pass on this blessing, or will you continue your role as a vessel of memory?
Saya di sebelah sini.
I can feel the memory, senses, and energy in the air. I have not prayed with any great purpose in so long. Let's set our minds to it. Pray with me.
Mandi, oke. Oke.
We sink these words into the fragile earth
Fragile.
to accompany
Fragile.
lost souls. Listen to the record of our lives spinning and the old woman tapping her foot to the music. Taste the fruit we stole from the orchard and pretend to love the taste until you truly do. Feel the fabric of a lost doll. Smell the incense of an old evening sun. The caretaker prayer, the scent of the woods and the wedding tree. Turn your eyes to the colored lights. The faces in the crowd are the faces of your children. We offer this prayer on behalf of our companions. Let them find themselves with senses warm and ready for the life of the season to come. You have the sounds of the moment. The moment is already past. We've done all we can. I need to take you out of this place. It can't end here. Let's go.
Let's go. No. Oh, okay. Wow, nice. Hmm.
The true end of the Tiang Valley was not the flood coming. It was when these people would go their separate ways. At the last possible moment, I saw them as a community. Without the protection of my pendant, I felt even closer to them. Whatever happens, we're all in it together.
Uy, bes, oh, tingnan macam ni. Saya ingat dari mula tuh yang flood, yang kebanjiran tuh apa macam tuh semua. Rupanya ada di sebalik dia pula ni. Tuh nama flood. Diorang separate antara
The
satu
Grey
sama
Hen
lain.
arrived. He had what he called passports for everyone. He said they were supposed to have a photo, but that his camera was broken and he wanted to use mine. I saw in these little papers the beginning of a new world. He asked me if I could help him. I had only one moment to decide. I said, yes. The Grey Hen thanked me. He gave me a pin and told me their new name would be Floral Path. The monk said he felt like driving all night.
Best. Baru faham cerita ada di sebalik dia macam
Listen
mana.
closely. The road behind you leads to the coast. There's an old warning system on the beach, an emergency light that can be seen from the other side of the ocean. You can warn the rest of the world about the change of season. All you have to do is turn it on. It was built to survive anything. I'm sure it still works. Do you understand? Of course.
Easel lives.
I've been thinking about that all night. I have this idea to turn my van into a shrine. For every sermon I preach, I'll listen to 10. And you will survive everything. Rest transparent in the spirit that gives you rise. Farewell.
Bye. Goodbye Tiang Valley. Achievement Goodbye Tiang Valley. Wih, sedih juga. So, saya kena jalan ikut mana nih? Ikutnya sih kan ya? Ikut sejalan. Nice. Nanti tempatnya. Wow. Oh iya, so nice. Ush. Boleh jalan ke bawah dulu. Oh, nice. Dia sudah bagi jalan. Thank you. Goodbye Tiang Valley. Wow. Wow. Take picture.
The elder told me she grew up on a watery republic. The ship was commandeered during the war.
Sketch. Hmm.
This is a life ring. I like the sound of that.
Nice, bro. Nice, nice. Wow. Ini di mana nih? Ini. Tak dapat. Allah. Wow. Wow. Cantik kok. Oke, sampai sana ujung. Jauh juga perjalanan. Yes. Ada tuh bot yang mau ambil. Tidur. Eh,
Hello. I love ice cream. Good. Ha! What this do? Ah, for now. I think wrong. It's not for sport. My village. I draw the life. You? Safe village. So. Ah, beautiful tree. I have tree. It's weird, no? I have weird. Public lizard. For everyone. Oh. I say I live home. My mother. Your mother? Ah, morning I leave. I go alone. I leave home. Ah, good. Amais tai kai kel abe amamor. Aste Camila ek ohak. Look at crab now. I see. I draw to like no animal. Sound. To play sound. You play sound.
This is a field of flowers. A field of memories. I would have gone mad if not for my pendant.
Good. Here? 3 days together. Sad that I go. He is big man. Good hair. Now, Here we are safe.
Wow, seaside. So what do we have to do? Hey. What we are gonna do? Ding, ding, ding. Okay. Oh. Uy, nanti ka, boys.
The lights sent out a warning to the other side of the world. I wondered if anyone was watching. I wondered if anyone remembers what it means. This season is over. My new friend is sailing home in the morning. I've decided to go with him. I feel so scared and so relieved at the same time. I can't think straight. Before sailing into the unknown, I checked in on my journal, my letter to the future.
The ending. Wow.
Blinding light, and a strange pattern disappeared off the surface of the water. My mind emptied out. But then my senses came alive. I smelled the ocean air, felt the boat rocking, heard the waves rolling, saw someone else was with me. I detected the world for the first time. I was overwhelmed by its beauty and a feeling of possibility. Then I found this journal and I read carefully through each page. It says, "Here is my home, my mom, my friends." I didn't recognize any of them, and the loss hit me. I became aware of a massive absence. And I realized that if it wasn't for this journal, I wouldn't even know I lost anything at all.
Waduh, yang tadi dalam
These
gambar.
pages are a little bridge between
Setiap
us
gambar
and
ada
the world
ceritanya,
that just
woi.
disappeared.
Guys, mau jadi
And I
fotografer
put
nih.
them together, so that must be who I am. Someone who left their home to take measure of the world before it changed. Here's a record of the people I met along the way, moments from their lives at the end of this era. It seems to have been a season where our minds wandered through memories and dreams of the past. I'll continue taking measure of the world, even if I never make it to a palace of art and memory. No matter where you're reading this, I offer you my journal and the lives inside it. If anything in here escapes from the page into the world, let it be one sentence. Just a few words you heard from a traveler on a bicycle. When at the end of the evening, she turned to you and said, "It is not too late."
How to leave home for my daughter. Find a sacred square of earth. Lay down so you have the dirt at your back. Close your eyes. Close everything. Do you see for yourself? You see for the dead, for the unborn. Do you listen for yourself? You listen for the dead, for the unborn. Your ancestors are in that dirt. All the living and all the dead are holding you up. Now, stand. They're still there, aren't they? It's time to move, to entangle yourself everywhere with everyone. So the next time you lay down in the dirt, you will have so much more to tell them.
Habis. Wah. Okay. Season A Letter to the Future. Oh, the end. The end. Thank you. Finally. Great game, great games.